In this video, I'm going to briefly talk about how I do the research for estate sales when I'm using them to buy inventory for Amazon FBA. And I was just doing the research myself, and I figured I'd just take you guys along for the ride. So basically, what I would do is I'd go to estatesales.net, I'd type in your zip code, and you're basically going to be able to mess with your distance of how far you're willing to drive. I set it to 30 miles. So right now I'm recording this on the 7th, and we are looking to see what is on the 8th of June. What I did before is I went through and opened up all of the ones that start on June 8th. And so before going to these sales, I don't want to just go to 7 different sales. I really want to go to the sale that actually has the stuff that I'm looking for, and I want to go to the sale when it starts. I don't want to go right at the end of the sale because most of the good stuff ends up being at the very beginning and it gets purchased at the beginning. So you want to get there closer to the beginning. So what we're going to do is we're going to look through these and see what we can find. So basically the game plan is I'm going to look through the pictures of all these, and basically I have in mind what I like to look at for estate sales. But let's say you do Amazon FBA books, for example. Maybe you're looking for big stacks of books and bookshelves and like basements full of books. But for me, I like different stuff than that. If you are a clothing seller, you'll be looking for vintage type clothes most likely. But yeah, just basically take a look at the pictures. So I'll be looking for what I'm looking for. And so I kind of know what I'm looking for, so I'm scrolling pretty quickly. We see books here. We see some linens, some kitchen stuff. So basically what I do with this as well is I'll have a piece of paper on the side and I'll write kind of the types of things that I'm seeing at each sale so that I can make a choice once I've actually looked through all of these. So this is the sale by 𝗖cie_𝗰𝗶𝗹, and I'm seeing the printer, camera. Let's see what else is here. We have the books, but I don't really scan too many books. Although I really should have a 𝗬𝗏 subscription and bring my scanner for if I get through all of the other things, and I see that people haven't really done books at all. So obviously, if you have done research on items in the past, like let's say you've sold a lot of items on eBay or Amazon, or you do online arbitrage, eBay to Amazon or something, or you have like some kind of knowledge of the types of items that you're looking for, it's really going to help. Like let's say you sell bikes, for example, and you're like, oh wow, this is an amazing bike. Like, see, for me, I have no clue. I don't really sell bikes. But you're going to be able to scroll through these pictures and kind of just get a gauge for what's probably going to be at the house. So yeah, I basically just write whatever I think might have potential, and then we just go on to the next one. And so I'll just put this over here to show that we've looked at it. Again, guys, like, big tip, I know they sometimes give discounts, but if you know what you're looking for, you kind of don't care about the discounts. You need to get in there and get the stuff that's actually good, because if there's something good at these estate sales and it's in the picture, it's going to sell pretty quick. Like something like a violin like that might actually sell, but I've never messed with anything like that. Wow, they don't have many pictures. And so that's another thing as well. That's almost like a gamble play. If they don't have many pictures, there's probably going to be some other sales where there's no pictures at all. You can almost just like take the gamble and go, because other people might not want to take that gamble. So on this one, I would probably write not many pictures, but there's nothing that I'm super interested in. So now we'll take a look at this one. And you should also take a look at make sure that you have the right payment method as well. So here we have a KitchenAid. KitchenAids, even in used condition like this, will oftentimes go for $200 to $400 sometimes. That would be something that I would write down. They might mark it up in price, but they might also slap like a $30 label on it, and it's several $100s. There's going to be certain items you can sell on eBay versus Amazon. Like, I think KitchenAid is restricted in a lot of the items, but it really depends on the item. So we're still going to write it down. So these are interesting, but it might not be anything. Still might write it down. So much craft stuff. That printer may be shippable, may not be. So yeah, I'd probably write the printer. Their pictures aren't the best either. So here what we can do if we actually see the model numbers is we can go and actually look that up and see if it's actually valuable. So what we can do is look it up. So it's slow, but expensive. Yeah, pretty slow, but expensive. So yeah, I guess we'd write that down on the list, cameras. I know I'm scrolling through so many things, and like I don't do knives. There's a lot of things that I don't do. We could look up this Sharp, coin collections. There's definitely money in that type of stuff, but I know nothing about it. This one was pretty high. This one was the one with the baby monitor, cameras, 4 printers, and a scanner. So that one was pretty good. So it looks like we are going to golden. So next I'd probably take a look at where this is. So this is kind of up in Golden. I also take a look and see, are there any thrift stores that we can go to while we're in the area? So there's this one and this one. I bookmark them on my Google Maps. And this is by a golf course. That's a good sign as well. It's like a nice house. So yeah, we're gonna go to that sale. They open at 9. Is there anything that we really need to get there super early for? Nothing in this sale is just like screaming to me like there's going to be lines and lines of people, at least for the things that I'm looking for. So I'm probably going to get there a half hour early and just be on my phone in the car and call that good. So next clip, you'll probably see me at the sale putting my line marker down, and I'll be showing you what I found. Another thing I decided to do is see if there were any better sales for Friday instead of Thursday. So we're going to take a look at the next 15 days and we're going to look for anything that starts on the 9th. Because if there's a sale that we're actually more excited about, we'd rather spend our time and go to that sale, assuming that there are enough sales this day. So actually there are a good amount of sales starting on the 9th. Yeah, there's a lot of sales starting on the 9th. Wow. So I'm going to do less talking since we've already gone through a lot of sales and see which sale seems the best. Maybe those. These probably go for like 50 to a couple $100 depending on the one, but I think I've sold one like that recently. It was like a $50 payout. It wasn't amazing. Sometimes these go for a lot. So they have some printers and stuff here and some electronics. Way deep in the pictures too. Not everyone's going to click through all this. They have a lot. I see they're charging kind of a lot for some of this stuff, but they have cameras, they have recorders. Yeah, so I'm sure there's a lot of different cameras here. So actually this one looks pretty good. And the fact that there's DVDs as well. I don't really do DVDs too much. This has so many pictures. Oh my goodness. Oh, and they have a garage too. These go for money sometimes. Vacuum cleaner. In the case DeWalt. But they're charging a lot for this stuff. This is like a maybe, or like I'll come back here after I go to another place. Yeah, so that's what this one's gonna be after all that. They have a printer. Not super into that one. They have everything taped. If that's completely new, that's probably good money. Same with this. Oh, it's a juicer too. Juicers are expensive sometimes. A lot of books. Raccoon trap. So the juicer and the Keurig are possibilities here. All right, not seeing too much that I love here. Nice big printer. That thing is massive, but HP OfficeJet Pro 8035E. Like, this could literally be like a $500 printer, honestly. Sometimes these printers are extremely expensive. Nobody's selling it used. Such a weird 𝗬𝗶𝗶. But it looks like people are coming in and selling used ones at like like a little bit under the used. So you could probably sell this for $275, maybe $250. So that's a possibility. It's just like this looks like a pretty big printer. Pretty difficult to ship unless it's like smaller than it looks. Motorcycles. They have some weird stuff here. They have video games. Usually it's a lot more straightforward, like one sale just really pops out at you. I mean, this one has a lot of stuff. Just like, I'm gonna have to like look up all this stuff because I have no clue. So this is a maybe. Okay, so we have these three here. And so now we got to choose which one we want to go to. So the clip ended up losing its audio, but we ended up choosing to go to the estate sale that had all the tools, the KitchenAid, the like harvest sealer thing, and the circuit maker. It just looked like the house had so much stuff in it that there was definitely gonna be something there. So let's see what we find. All right, so we're out of that sale. We ended up finding two things. We found this HP printer. That one's gonna be around 130 profit, slightly slow selling, but good margin. And then this one, we found this Epson photo printer. That one is going to be around $150 profit. So like we found some really good stuff. Some of this stuff is going to be a little bit more long tail than I was hoping for. So the sale, like we found good profit, but for the amount of research that we did, it was not the best. That happens sometimes, but still we came out of there with profit and we still have a thrift store to go to. All right guys, so it's Friday at around 10 a.m. I ended up going to that estate sale. There were a ton of people at this one, but we ended up doing extremely well. And also, by the way, yesterday, after the estate sale, we went to a thrift store, got another printer there, did pretty well at that one as well. But what we ended up finding here is this Fujitsu ScanSnap 𝗖𝗍𝗁𝗍. Let's see if I can actually show you guys. Like that, ScanSnap 𝗖𝗍𝗁𝗍. These are going for like $660 on Amazon, even in used condition. So I was definitely up for purchasing it at $200. So it's gonna be around 370 profit. Really happy with that one. And I'm gonna save the best purchase for last. This one is also a really good purchase. This is a 𝗬𝗏 mobile scanner. That one I ended up buying for $30. It's either gonna be a good flip or a really good flip. On Amazon, they're like $500. So if we can get ungated in it, because I'm gated, that's the problem, it's gonna be massive profit. I don't know exactly how much profit it's gonna be. I haven't done the fees and stuff, but $30 into $500 sale. We really like that. We're saying it's in new condition. The seals are mostly sealed, and it definitely hasn't been opened, so I'm game to sell that as new. That's gonna be really good profit. Last but not least, we found this Epson Home Cinema 880 projector. So this one has not been used whatsoever. The seal has been broken on it, but it obviously hasn't been used at all. We have all the manuals, all the cords, everything is in great condition. This one is like $800, and they charged me $100 for it. And tons of reviews on the listing. Should sell well. I think a customer is going to be really happy with that one. So all in all, this estate sale was an absolute killing. We ended up making $1,400 in potential profit on this one. We ended up spending around $400. So this estate sale, they definitely priced stuff up a lot more than usual. They had really, really good high-end items, and so we're definitely willing to pay up for these types of items because that's just so good for the time efficiency. So there's two thrift stores in this area. I'm gonna hit those before I go home, but this Thursday, Friday has already been amazing. Thank you guys for coming along for the tour, and let's see what else we find. All right, so we're walking out of the second thrift store empty-handed. The first one, actually, we found absolutely nothing. The second one, we also found absolutely nothing. So basically, the whole point of this video was to make sure to actually do your research before you go out to garage sales, estate sales. And if you actually do the research and go to the correct sale, it's actually gonna be a lot more effective than just going to random sales, going to sales when they've already been started and going, because all the good stuff does get taken a lot of the time. So just a quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any feedback or suggestions, let me know, and feel free to subscribe if this was helpful for you. Hope you have a good rest of the day, and take care.